So after sharing about the new Bosch string I got from B&Q, which will be probably in the previous video to this one about a mixed haul, did sort of trim the edge of the lawn, gave it a quick trim across the lawn and put the mower, which is also a Bosch that we've had a fair few years, just to go quickly over it. It's not perfect, but it's always difficult on the first try of the season after the winter. It's not perfect. Swept as much as it could, weed a little bit of the path and the slate over here, and cut back anything that's coming through from next door. And then another day I'll clean the table. Normally that gets put away for the winter, but it didn't this year. Give that wipe over and then clean up the decking area. But at least it's a start, and although it was bitterly cold this morning, a thick frost, it's turned out quite nice now. So I managed to get a little bit done outside, so at least it's a start. I always find the back easier than the front, I must admit, because with the front I've got the hedge. So this video might be in stages of another video of getting stuff done. So this is a change from the footage I included before this part when we had the sun out yesterday. It was like this, funny enough, in the morning, but it turned out quite nice. Yeah, thick frost. The lawn's not looking brilliant, but it's always difficult for the first time anyway, and it wasn't cut right down. Trimmed it first, then put it on the highest setting, but it was still quite muddy and damp. So yeah, it wasn't something I planned. This day is going to be a shock to the system due to the fact Daniel just a few minutes ago has gone to scrape his car because it's his first day back at work on light duties. So this is going to be a shock to my system as well, due to the fact that I have not been on my own now in just over 10 weeks. So I think what I'm going to do today is more than likely have a reset day, but it also could be an extremely talkative video. So hopefully you'll follow me along on my day. So this is what I'm wearing this morning. I've got my black jeggings on, fluffy socks. I've got this t-shirt on that I really like. I got it really reasonable, if I remember rightly, from Primark. I've still got my sort of lounge jacket on, which is really warm. I've had to put the heating on for another hour because it's still bitterly cold, but I'm sort of trying to move around. Today is a bit like a reset day, getting things done, addressing hot spots, things like that. I wouldn't say I was totally lazy while Daniel was off. We did have our moments watching TV, gaming and that sort of thing, but hopefully I'll get into a routine. But keeping active, as I said, might be a difficult day due to I'm on my own, so it could be quite talkative, but I also want to go through my basics, just getting back into a routine. So I'm going to start with making the beds, and this is the setup. I've just obviously got my pajamas there. What I tend to do is I normally have this jacket or my fleece here. I haven't got many cushions. I suppose you can call this our cushion, but I tend to put my little toys there rather than on the floor. I do not have stuff on the floor. The reason I do that is because I'm bound to trip up if I walk around in the night or in the dark or anything, because sometimes I can get restless even now. In fact, sometimes I find it worse now than I did last year. Yes, I know it's a bit of a tight squeeze, but I tend to, even when I'm half asleep, know my way around. But and also, obviously, having this rug here, across here, I know my footing and everything, things like that. Especially as we're both now sleeping in our own beds again, rather than falling asleep on the sofa or on the floor in the lounge. So we've been getting back into routine right from when Daniel spoke to the doctor, had a consultation, and also his physio, so we're sort of getting back like that. Yes, it was also a shock to the system alarm going off at 6:30 it went off, sorry, the first one, 6:45, the second alarm, due to the fact that I know we've had appointments, but even appointments haven't been that early, if you know what I mean. So, you know, even if I had a bad night, I knew that I could lay in a bit in the mornings, but I used to always be one late to bed, early to rise. We're trying to bring that back into line, getting into bed a little bit earlier and obviously rising early. A few days now we've set the alarm earlier before Daniel started back to work today to get slightly into routine, and they were the times that we remembered that we got so much done. It's surprising, like yesterday we got a lot, but then I have got a few little bits that I didn't get done last night. I was doing laundry at 10 o'clock last night, but I didn't clear the dining room table. This will all come up probably in this video. I've often said this, what you see is what you get. I'm not one of these people who will clear up and then do a cleaning video. No, that's not what it is. If I have done a bit of clearing up, just because for some reason I couldn't film or something, then I would omit it, but most of the time I just get on with it. That's why I admit I still have clutter spots, or even I say about putting stuff away as you go along. If it takes less than a minute, just do it. That's why I always have my 10 item pickup per day. I'm trying to get back into doing a reset at night, so I'm going to make my bed. I'm also going to make Daniel's bed. Once the beds are actually made, it is a lot quicker and your room looks 100% better. So I'm going to start with making the beds first of all. Okay, I'm just doing it from this angle from the window, and I've just put the blankets. Now, admittedly, Daniel keeps his room fairly tidy, and for quite some time he didn't actually sleep up here, but I've only just made the bed and it's a lot obviously tidier. Yeah, he's got cushions, he's got blankets and everything, which is not. I said in a previous video, once I've washed all the teddy bear bedding and got it washed, dried, aired and put away, we're bound to have some bad weather. We've had frost for the last 2 or 3 days now, but we've got the lighter, what I call the lighter sort of duvet sets on, but we do have blankets. So even doing this little bit from this angle makes it 100% better. The only thing I've got to do is empty the bin. I've got in a habit of every time I say I'm going to take a carry bag of rubbish out to the bin outside in our garden, or a sack, whatever, I then take stuff out of my recyclable box. I've got one in the kitchen, which I try and remember to share. I've shared it previously and things like that. So I'm doing 2 or 3 things at the same time, but it works. So like put rubbish out in one bin, recyclable in another. I've done it that way and always had a recyclable bin inside our home due to the fact our stuff gets littered all over the place. Family members have always known where my indoor recyclable bin is. It's smaller than what it used to be because I do empty it every day, as I empty at least one bin, mostly the kitchen bin, depending on obviously how much wastage we've had. I shouldn't call wastage, but rubbish. So yeah, like I said, I've only made his bed. I will empty the bin. It's recyclable if I hadn't mentioned tomorrow. But what I tend to do now is I have been the whole time Daniel's been off, because of the case we oversleep, is putting the bin out last thing at night rather than the next morning. Again, like I said, making the beds makes a lot of difference. This is within my 30-minute tidy up, especially in the mornings. I will state, obviously, it's probably going to take a lot longer because I'm nattering, explaining things. But if you have certain things in order, routine, it's a lot easier to get things done, and you do things automatically. And when I mention my basics, it doesn't take that long because I do it automatically. Yeah, I still have things that I haven't put away, things like that. That's why I insist on the 10-item pickup per day. Sometimes it's even more. I have got my planner still up here. I've got my Kindle at the side there. And I have my big sort of snuggle thing there. I don't know what you call them. And it just works. Routine and everything does help. And again, I've mentioned this a number of times, especially if I don't feel too good or I'm feeling, dare I say, rubbish, to put it politely, emotionally, physically, whatever. If I get my basics done, if nothing else, I happen to believe in myself and feel happier that I do accomplish something and stay on top of what I need to do. I'm hoping by doing this sort of video, it might give you motivation, inspiration to get routines or little pieces done. Like I said, what you see is what you get. Hands up, I've got a few things and hot spots around the home, which I'm addressing, as I've mentioned. The only thing that I might adjust is if I've got paperwork that got private details on. Other than that, what you see is what you get. So under the 10-item pickup through the day is going to be more than that, because that's how I'm spending my day to day. Like the cushion, that's going to be one. I've got my, that's forever out now. I do normally put it in my little tool drawer, but it's out constantly now because we plug in so many things. Obviously it's extendable as well. So that's 2. Laptop 3. Allen key, I think, was from the strimmer. The scissors, that these pink ones actually go in my cubby. That's the information and instructions again from the strimmer. When my granddaughter came round, this just didn't get put away, so I've got that to put away. So that's another thing. And then a couple of items that won't get done at least until next weekend now, so I'm going to put those away. So there's quite a few things there. So this is why I'm sort of doing this video as well, to keep me in check, get my routines back in place, and as I said, continue with my basics each day. I say that I believe my lounge probably has got the more sort of hot spots now. So start by, that's my squeaky door, so I start with putting my cushion there, and obviously the leather poofy there. While I'm here, these are the lollies I got from Home Sense. So originally £6.99, down to £5, down to £3, and these are well in date. Candy & Co. So I'm going to just put these up here. We'll go through this because we have got a selection of sort of sweets and things. I've got cola sherbets, actually sugar-free. I haven't actually tried those, but I want to simplify that. But that won't be today. It's crowd. That's the main thing. Some decor pieces I'm loving. Probably won't be swapping out my decor for the next few days. I may be bringing in some of the items that I've got ready for spring and Easter. I've got another little hotspot here. Medication that my son doesn't take anymore. So that's got to be done. And so things like that. So that Allen key I'd have to put safe. Scissors actually go. I took the rug up at the moment because I've got to hoover it, and I was putting things down on the floor, but the pink scissors go in here because I always know that pink scissors mean club sort of my cubby. That's got to go under the stairs, not that, but that has to, so I'm going to put that through in a moment. That will go upstairs. Allen key I will put in with those instructions so I know where it is. That will have to go somewhere safe because of little bits. Then I have got my laptop. I'm not sure if I'm going to do this one-handed, but we've got all laptops at the back here. I might not be able to do this one-handed. I'll leave it like that, but I will put it properly because I've also got my son's device here, so that has to go here. So like I said, sometimes I can do 2 or 3 things at once. I will adjust that, but not being able to do it one-handed. And then more sweets here, they've got to be sorted out. So I'm going to see if that will stay. So some of these might not still be. That's it, everything falling off the floor. This is the trouble. I can't at the moment cut this out, but if I got them all corralled, then we'll have a sort out at some point. I won't push anything with Daniel today due to the fact it's the first day back. So that's making a start, and I will put these items away next under the stairs. Having places to put things is a lot easier putting things away. This has got, dare I say, a little bit of clutter due to the fact these are all new. We've had a couple given us, which is this one, and another one, which is down the bottom there. The rest we had for Christmas, so that's that. But I put her toy in there, so this is her sort of cuddly toy basket, which sort of goes like that on top of a box. Camping stuff goes at the back there, like I said. Normally this would be thinned down because I need to get all that eventually on that shelves. The top shelf is our granddaughter's, besides all the others. Then this is her doll stuff and any clothes, sort of Barbie doll things and things like that. So this pretty much stays really tidy now and easy to pack up. That normally goes a long ways. But until I've got some jigsaws sorted out, I need to get rid of some now. But like I said, I've got the top shelf, but some of those items she may have already sort of grown out of. I think there's still a few more jigsaws I can get rid of. So it might be a case I might end up sort of juggling a little bit around, because it depends when we've got time to do the jigsaws and things, because obviously there's certain ones we like, there's certain ones that I'd like to keep. I'd like to do the ones realistically that I know that we can get rid of, but these sort of ones I collect because we keep going back to them. So if it's a bit dark, keep going back to them. We've got quite a few different sizes, and also I've got another 2. I've got a larger one there and one just behind there. But otherwise it is tidy. It's organised. Maybe it's got a bit more cluttered, and like I'm trying to stop that, but I'm sure there's certain items that I can get rid of at the top shelf. Maybe next time my granddaughter comes. I've got a touch light here. If it'll go off, there we are. I've got from IKEA, just to give it a little bit more light. Needs a good clean. I know you'll have to excuse any sort of messy items, messy places around my home. Paintwork, I know I say that. So I'm next going to do this little pile, although I did say the extension lead very often stays out. And then I'm going to take this upstairs, and probably I'll put that in Daniel's room for the time being so it don't get lost. But these sort of pieces will go in the manual instruction folder up in the cabinet upstairs in the games room. So this is where I've put my extension lead. This is normally where it stays, along with some basic tools. I've got a pink set there. It's got hammer and screwdrivers and things like that. There's other screwdriver sets underneath. These knobs, originally I bought for the kitchen, but I've got other ones now, but I will use them around our home, so I'm not getting rid of them. This is sort of to inspire you. Maybe there's a drawer or something that's not working in your life, in your home, to make life easier. maybe use the warm, hot and cold method to how you use items, how you reach for items, how regularly you use items. It's just those sort of things. So something that might only take a couple of minutes might have been put off due to the fact that you can't be bothered to go and search for the items you need. But if you know where to find them, like I've got this drawer, and I've also got a few screwdrivers and pliers in the junk drawer in the kitchen. We are getting to a stage where we can just about get in the larger shed now, but it's still a work in progress. But what I'm saying is, if you've got those items accessible, you're more likely to get those little jobs that you've put off, like that's on my list, and get them done and get them done quickly. So hopefully this might make you think, hang on a minute, I can do that simply. I can do that item really quickly. I can do it safely. I've got what I need. I'm just going to do it. It's a lot easier putting a few pieces away at the same time, especially if you're saving your legs from going up and downstairs. Normally I have baskets, but I'm trying to get a little bit of exercise in at the same time. As I get through the day, probably I'll start slowing down. So I've got two items here. I've also got the glass wipes. This is really handy, this sort of brownish sort of leather look. So all his spare glasses and glasses cleaners are in there. The bottom one he has a jewellery watch and earphones. That one houses his spare toiletries and everything. And there's his dash cam box, which I know he'll put away eventually. So I'm just going to put that there so he knows where it is. Things are fairly tidy and everything. Glasses case, I think I got that from the charity shop actually. And that's his pen. He says, although he's now returned to work, he had that in his Christmas stocking. It's a light and a pen. I think he thinks it's too good to actually go to work, but it works out really good to have places, as I say. I know I repeat myself a lot, to put things away. Now I've just come in here because I've got a few bits of tape. I used, that's the last actually of from hubby's work. So in here I've got here a manual and instruction book. Whoops. She says losing balance. So in here I will put these in one of the pockets along with the Allen key so I know where they are. I've actually put batteries in this that I can show you. Again, one-handed. The Monster Light. It'll look better in the dark, I must admit. And while we're here, I've laid out 3 pieces of art that I got from Temu. A lot of these were like £1 or £1.28, £1.38 each. But what I said was, while I wanted the parcel tape in my previous video, is that artwork I want to keep. I loved it. I've had it about 5 years maybe. I bought it for the frame because I've got a lot of these frames in my hall on my stairs, but I want to be able to take the backing off. That's why I wanted some tape. But I sort of matched up frames I'd already got, so keeping expense down to replace them. So I thought that would go nice in the wooden frame. I might have that on my stairs where my DVD bookcase is. This one, I did say there's a lot of excess you know, background on that one, but I think with a slight trim that's going to fit in this pine one. I tend to have this near my back doorway, so I think that would look really nice in there. Then this one, because it's quite a sort of long one, portrait, I've got this cheap Poundland one. The only thing is it has got a slight little sort of nick in there, scratch. And I put this artwork that also came from separate from Poundland. Had it years, haven't used it. But my idea, that will trim down and should go nice in that white frame. So that's what I will do, probably hopefully later this afternoon. So I've got 3 pieces of art, 3 frames I already had. Obviously this one I'm not going to put up on the wall. This is the tin one, like I said. but I like that one as well. So I'll probably put these around, although I'm not going full out for my spring and Easter decor at the moment, because I'm saying I'm addressing spots around our home. I will need to hoover up, because everywhere we've gone, my son mentioned it a couple of days ago, I had these fluffy socks on. I didn't wash them beforehand. Well, I don't know if anybody else, do you wash certain items before you wear them? I do on certain things. Fluffy socks now, but then I had fluff everywhere. Every single room's got fluff where they come off my fluffy socks. Not the ones that I'm wearing at the moment, but there you go. We are in the games room. I want to tweak this a bit eventually, but that's not on today's list. But I would like to get these art pieces done if I can. I can always do this while I'm watching TV when I have a mini break. Then what I probably will do is keep some of these bits like this and possibly this, just in case I decide that they're not staying in the frames and I want to put something else in them, summer, autumn or winter. But then some of the wrappings I can get rid of. So hopefully this little spot will be cleared by the end of today. So I'm still addressing hot spots in my lounge. So this is the before picture, abracadabra, and this is how it looks now. So that area is cleared now with all the stuff. I've left 2 batteries down there because it's for one of the game controllers, because we're not sure whether it's charging properly. I've got the Norton card up here with the receipt that needs to go upstairs in the games room, and this is now empty. This was my gingerbread one, my reed diffuser, so that's empty, so that can go in the bin. So that area is now cleared. So this is another spot here. That wreath came down about a week ago and I left it there. Usually I use like these sucker hooks on the mirror. I have bought some other hooks, but I'm not sure about sticking them on the mirror. We'll see, or I might put a double sucker hook up there to hold it up. I know this is not for medication down there, but I'm gonna have to put that away. And down there is my monthly meds that my eldest son kindly picked up, because I got annoyed with Boots nearly a week of my medication. Then I went to pick it up Saturday morning and found out that an item was missing and it should have been done days previously. So in the end, my eldest son, who popped in with my daughter-in-law and granddaughter, then went and picked it up, which I was really happy about. So then I've got this little spot here. So basically abracadabra, and this is how it is now. So here we are. I've got my wreath back up and everything. For over a week now, we've got the clock down there because that kept coming off, knocking the clock off. That's what made the noise rather than the wreath itself. So there's nothing actually it could hurt. I've decluttered that bit. I've still got some meds to organise in my everyday pouch. So I need to transfer those over. But that's something I can do when I'm sitting down watching TV, which I have just actually put the TV on. Queer Eye I'm watching at the moment. This day is not about actually cleaning, but I did give the lounge a quick hoover carpet so I could hoover the mat because of my fluffy socks previously. I might continue the rest of the day sort of hoovering. I've left my hoover out and see how things go, because if I don't clear up the fluff now, it's just going to traipse right through again. But I've got a few little bits still to do, like my dining room table is next from the haul I did yesterday. So here we are, getting through there. So I've got these few bits to put away. I want to put that box down there. I might be getting rid of that CD player. I know it's not decor, but I've left it here because it's stuff that belongs to my son. We're not sure that that's working. It's supposed to be slow trickle, but it might actually have to be done, but he might be taking it into work to get someone to look at it. And then going into the kitchen, I did do my washing up last night, although I didn't actually dry up. I left them sort of draining there, and down at the side there I've still got from doing Daniel's packing up, put away. I always leave sharp knives at the side. I don't leave them in the washing up bowl when I've got washing, you know, sort of water and studs in there, due to the fact that I cut myself previously. Some of the ceramic knives are really sharp, so I tend to leave the knives on the side until I actually wash them. So I've just got to do that, put that bit away and wash up from doing the packing up. But as I say, I've got a bit of a hot spot here. Not sure I'm going to get that done today. My idea was to actually bring everything out and clean that bit, but we shall see. But I definitely want to clear my dining room table. As I said, that was one of the things on my to-do list, besides keeping my desk clear in my cubby, was to keep the dining room table cleared. But like I said, we had a busy weekend, and when it got late last night, I was concentrating on laundry rather than putting this away. But there you go. So that's my next job. So all I can say now is, hopefully this is giving you inspiration. I've lost my train of thought. Abracadabra, and this is how it looks like now. So I've cleared the dining room table. I've actually put that box, that's the one up there, that's got the lighter products in, paper products and things like that. So that looking better already. I might label the boxes up so that obviously Daniel knows where everything is. I've actually cleared the draining board up. I've washed up from doing the packing up, although it's been later. I've also hoovered the kitchen and the kitchen mat. I've hoovered the dining room, and I've put all Daniel's pieces for the car and everything just there, so they can go in his car maybe tomorrow or the day after. The only thing that I haven't done is probably this area here, which I probably will actually do tomorrow along with my cubby. I just need to now hopefully get those pictures done. That's the last thing I hopefully will complete today. I'm still sort of hoovering as I'm going through, but I'm really pleased what I've got done. I've got quite a lot of art stuff being given, crafty stuff from a friend, so that's in my craft copy, so that might be on something tomorrow. And I've got a couple of little bits still to be sorted out in the dining room. So I've hoovered back doorway, took that grey mat up because it's looking quite grubby at the moment until I get a chance to clean it. I put that canvas sort of artwork in this white frame. I know it's only a cheapy white frame from Poundland, but it was something I already had, so I wanted to use that. Then I have got and done the other artwork. I've left the glass in just to keep it clean. I was going to think about leaving it so that the sort of artwork would show through, that it's like canvas material, but I've decided to leave it. So I've done both of those pieces of art, like I said, and my third one is on my landing. So this is going to look a little bit dark because the lighting's not brilliant and it's getting late. It's about 6:15 now. I haven't finished all my hoover, and I've left my hoover out, but I think I'm going to finish my video here. But I'm really pleased with this piece of artwork. Like I said, I've took the original artwork. Actually, each piece of artwork I've left actually at the back of the frame, so I know that it's there. And I'm really pleased with this one. Again, I've left the glass in rather than see the canvas work, but I just want to protect it. And I've left the rest of my shelf the same, so that I probably will start maybe doing a couple of the last parts of the hot spots tomorrow, and maybe some cleaning as well. Like I said, I've left the hoover out. I might try and do a bit more hoovering, but I'm really tired now and my legs are aching. But I'm really chuffed with what I've got done today. Plus I've got my reset done, so hopefully now I've got a clean, sort of pretty organised canvas of home now to get on with all my other jobs that I need to do. I still got bits to do in my craft cubby, but that also will probably be tomorrow. So hopefully you've enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.